that saying when someone says they're down to earth? Probably got that energy of the root color of brown working with them. Come on into the video, I'm going to talk to you a little more about it. See you soon. Welcome to Letitia Houston Art, where I'm spreading a little light to the world through the canvas. So today I want to talk to you about the color brown. So before we get started though, I wanted to tell you about something else that I've got which is really cool. I just finished my first little ebook and it's called The Little Book of Magic. So this little book was just like a little inspirational book that I wanted to do, and it includes my hand-drawn illustrations with quotes because I do like a quote and poetry. So I've created the book and I'm going to include the link below to Amazon so you can get your copy on there. Yeah, so that's that. So we're going to talk about the colour brown. I'm going to keep going with the colour series. Probably got a couple more colours to go that I want to talk about, and that'll wrap that up. Alright, so let's go into the colour brown. So brown in the colour spectrum can be mixed with red, yellow and green, or orange and black. One more, yellow, red and blue. So those are three different ways that you can mix the colour up in art. The colour represents the energy of being stable, very loyal, very wholesome type of colour, very warm colour, very structured, cemented type of energy. So that's the colour brown and the general energy of it. There's many shades of brown. So we're going to talk about those colours and break them down a little bit. So if we break the colours down and we're looking at light brown, that's a colour that represents the energy of being friendly, approachable and down to earth. It's also very stylish and a classic warm type of colour or energy that's represented by that colour. Dark brown, which has the masculine energy of black behind it, mixed in with the brown, is very strong, a very deep colour, a very deep energy. It's more very solid, very rooted into the ground, so almost on the depressive side, a little more of the materialistic, but very steadfast. So that's that type of energy. So you probably don't want too much dark brown. Like even if you look in your interiors, you might want to mix it up with some lighter colour spectrums just to lift the mood. But dark brown does look really good against contrasting colours which are on the lighter spectrum, like your pinks or your whites. So you just got to have not too much of that energy if you are using it in the spectrum of your interiors, or even if you're using it in your art, or it depends on the type of subject that you're painting. You might want that type of deep dark feeling behind your work, but that's the energy of that dark brown colour. So if we're looking at the energy of the tan colour, tan is straightforward, uncomplicated, and just pretty much it is what you're seeing. It's a very wholesome colour. So that's the energy of tan. Okay, so we're talking about the colour ivory. Ivory is just a little tinchy pinch of brown in it. That colour is more on the soothing and calming side. It has the energy of a reserved sophistication, like a very simplistic, stylish type of energy behind it. You see a lot of wedding dresses being made and designed in the colour of ivory, and it's just an understated elegance to it. So there you go, that's ivory. Very interestingly enough, in feng shui, they say that if you have too much brown in your home, it can indicate like a lack of ambition and drive. So if you mix up your colours, if you have a lot of wood in your home, like adding some lighter tones from the colour spectrum, that'll offset that so that it's balanced. Otherwise it can be a situation of being too comfortable, not wanting to move and grow and shift, and we don't want that. Yeah, so there you go. Feng shui. So the flip side of the colour brown, because there's always a flip side, it can be cheap, it can be materialistic, it can be too locked and stable in one position. So if you have too much brown, that's the energy that it can represent. Too comfortable, so you're not willing to stretch too much. So if you're too grounded, then you can't elevate out of a situation or move and grow and change. So that's the energy behind that particular colour. So you just want a little bit if you need it. So if you were trying to bring in the energy of the colour brown, again, you can always paint with it, you can visualize it, and you can wear it if you need to, but just a little bit. With the colour brown, I don't know too many people who would peg this as their favourite colour. It's probably the least favourite colour on the colour spectrum, but if you're a nature artist, you're going to be using it quite heavily in your work. So yeah, it's a very stable energy. So if you need to stabilise in your life and you feel like you're too flighty or too scattered and you need to ground a little bit, you can go out and be amongst trees and nature, because they're rooted, they're grounded, and they've got a strong foundation. So you can use that type of energy to put you in a place of being stable. So if you need more stability, you can bring the colour in then. I don't know too many people wearing brown nail polish, because I normally tell you you could wear whatever the colour is as a nail polish. But yeah, maybe ivory I've seen, or on that kind of tip, but I've never really seen too many people wearing a brown nail polish. There you go, it might be more of a bronze tone that they wear, which is good as well. So that's a little bit about the colour brown. Not too much on it really, because it's a pretty straightforward colour and has a very straightforward energy to it. It's just a very grounding, calming, safe type of colour and energy basically. We're nearly there with the colours, so I will be back soon with another painting tutorial. I've got one coming up, and I'm going to be showing you my latest book, which is a little book of spirit animals. So I've got a lot of illustration, so I'm going to take you through some time lapses of what I am up to. So I hope that you're enjoying the channel. If you like the vibe, hit subscribe, and until next time, take care and keep being amazing, creative beings out there. See ya!